Hey loves, it's Ashane. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how I transformed this 613 wig to this beautiful blue ombre that you see before you. And yes, I was feeling myself. So to start off, I'm just showing you guys what the wig looks like. It has a lace frontal that goes about halfway, and then after that, it's the wefts. So I got the Got To Be glue, and I'm just gonna spray any place on the wig that has the lace and go ahead and spray that all over. You want to make sure that you get it all over because this is basically going to prevent your dye from staining your lace, and nobody wants their lace to be stained because it does not look good once you get finished coloring the hair. So I'm taking my blow dryer. I'm going to use this to go ahead and dry that glue on the lace, and a good way to make sure that it's dry, your lace frontal should be hard. So keep feeling around, making sure that the lace is hard. Once it is hard, we can get to the fun part, which is dyeing the hair. So now I'm going to get this bucket and the water. You can put cold water, warm water, hot water. I just decided to just go with lukewarm water. And I'm using my Shimmery Lights purple shampoo. And this shampoo, once you put the hair in, it pretty much fights any of the brassiness that's in the blonde hair, and it pretty much eliminates it, so it takes it away. So I'm just rolling that around so it can dissolve in the water. And then I'm gonna get the wig, go ahead and place the wig inside. And I set it in there for about 2 minutes, and I also put a timer on. So if you wanna put a timer on, and you can sit it in there a tad bit longer, but it will start to turn your hair maybe like a silver, it's kind of like a silverish color, or like a platinum almost. So definitely don't leave it in there too long. But I left it in there for, again, the 2 minutes. And if you guys want to do like I do, I definitely use the timer on the stove to time everything. Like honestly, that is my go-to timer. It's handy because it makes a noise to let you know that your time is up. Yay, so now all of the brassiness is out of our hair. I just took it out of the water. It is still wet a tad bit, but it does look a little bit lighter. That's a good thing. Now, while you are doing all of this, make sure that you have a pot of water on the stove boiling, because in order to dye the hair and make sure that it actually penetrates and gets onto your wig, you need hot water, or should I say hot water. And I definitely do not have to tell you guys how hot this water was. You can see from all of the steam coming up. Yeah, so like I said, you definitely need hot water. So now I'm going to take the Adore 172 Baby Blue dye color and put just a tad bit into the water. I don't want to use too much, and you may not want to use too much as well, just so we can make sure that the hair color that we want is the hair color that we get. We don't want to go too dark because you can't come back from too dark. So I just start off with a little amount. I'm going to put the hair in there, see what color I like, and whatever color you like. Once you find that color that you like, then you're pretty much set. And I'm using a dye brush to mix this dye in with this water because I'm not trying to burn my hands. And while this is all taking place, make sure that you get some more water, put some more water in the pot, because again, we will be using another dye for the light blue color that you've seen in the ombre on this hair. So I'm just getting water, putting the pot on like what, medium, high, something like that, just so the water can be hot by the time we're done dyeing this hair, because we are using the watercolor method, which dyes the hair pretty fast. So now I'm just combing through the hair and I'm going to dab it in the water. So here we go. And I just kept dabbing it, like lifting it or putting it down, lifting it back up, just swirling it around, just making sure that I can get as much of the dye onto the hair as possible. You'll definitely see whenever I raised it up, it was somewhat blue, but it definitely was not the blue that I was going for. I want like a ocean or like a dark Powerade, a Powerade type blue. So yeah, so definitely this was not the color that I wanted. So again, I'll speed through this process because it's kind of tedious, but I basically just kept putting more hair dye in, mixing the hair around till I got it to the spot where I wanted the dye to stop, and also till I got it to the exact color that I wanted it to be. And also beware, whenever you have the hair still in the water while you're putting the dye in, if it touches certain parts of the hair, that dye will make that part darker than the rest. So if you don't want to have certain spots on your wig or on your hair that's darker than the other color, then make sure that you take the hair out first before you put more of the dye in there. I was just being lazy, but yeah, make sure you don't do that or you will have lighter spots and then spots that are darker. As you guys can see, I was so serious about making sure that this hair was the exact color that I wanted. So I did this process, I want to say over probably 6, almost 10 times. I just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I think since I wanted it to be darker, I probably could have just put a lot more dye in at a time and saved me more time. But this was my first time ever doing the watercolor method and I didn't want to mess this wig up. So that's why I did it as many times as you guys see. Again, I will go ahead and speed up the video because I know y'all don't want to watch me putting more dye in, dipping the hair. Unless you guys enjoy watching that. In that case, enjoy. But yeah, I will definitely speed that up. So in order to give my ombre kind of a layered effect, I went ahead and I tilted the back of my wig down further into the dye and I left more of the top of my wig out. So as you can see, I'm just dipping it in and out, and this was the last time that I put the hair in the dye. Thank God, I finally got that blue color that I wanted. And I would advise you guys to always go with, no matter if you're putting the dark color on the top or the bottom, to go with the dark first. Because after you go with the dark, you can do your light colors, and if you happen to get more of the wig in than you wanted, it really doesn't matter because obviously the light color isn't gonna overtake the darker color. But if you do it the other way around, you may start off with the light color and then go dark and then put too much of the dark over the light. And like I said before, once you go dark, you can't go back. Okay, so I thought I was done, but that literally after 2 more times, this was my final time dyeing the hair into the water or dipping the hair into the water. So yay. And like I said before, if you want it to go a lot faster, maybe put more dye in at a time. I also had got a little bit of the dye on the top of my hair, so I was trying to get that out, but it was too late. It had already stained. But it was just like a little dab, so that's fine. Now I'm going back again, like I told you guys, with that second pot of boiling water. And now we will go with our other hair dye color, which is the Adore 196 Sky Blue. And both of these colors are semi-permanent. I didn't find any permanent, or I couldn't find any permanent colors in these 2 colors. So I went with the semi-permanent, and semi just means like whenever you wash it, the hair dye will come out gradually. But I don't know, because I've dyed hair before and it says semi-permanent, and that hair dye color, like it'll rinse out, but the color really doesn't necessarily fade away. Okay guys, so again, I started off with a little bit of the dye and I mixed that around. I added a tad bit more because it seemed like it was too light. Now on the lighter color, you really do want to be careful on the amount of dye that you put in there, because you can possibly make the color too dark or darker than what you would like it to be. So I went ahead and just put a tad bit, and I consistently just put a tad bit at a time with the lighter color because I wanted to stay that consistent sky blue color. I didn't want it to be any darker or end up being the same color as the bottom, because again, I want that ombre look. So now I'm just taking the wig, and I just wanted to test like a little strand just because I didn't have like any extra hair to use. But I wanted to see what the color looked like. So if you have extra hair that you can use, then go ahead and use that, but I didn't. So I'm just using my wig, doing a little test run to see if I like the color or not. I did like the color, so I went ahead and just dipped the whole wig in there. And the best thing about this is you can dip the entire wig in there, because since the bottom is darker, the light color is not gonna show on that. And even if it does, I mean, you probably can't even see it. So it makes everything a lot faster, and you're not having to like make sure that you only have the top part of the wig in the water. So I just went ahead and got comfortable and ended up dipping the whole wig in there. And as you can see, nothing happened. And this is, again, is a very repetitive process. So I did this probably after maybe 5 more times, just dipping the dye or putting the dye back in the water, dipping the wig in the water, mixing it around just to get that color that I liked. And then once I got the color that I liked, I was pretty much done. But yeah, you may go a lot faster than me. It may be a lot longer than I did, but only you know exactly what that color is. Now I'm using the Ion Color After Color Sealer, and this just basically helps to seal the dye into the hair whenever you get ready to wash it. And this I let stay on the hair for about an hour. And again, I will be putting all of the products that I use in my description below. So if you guys want to go on there and get the same exact products that I did, or see where I got them from, see what the names of them are, it will all be in my description. So again, make sure to check that out. And also make sure you guys subscribe. I will put my name right there so you guys can see. Check out my Instagram. And now I will get started with my makeup while my hair is sitting with the sealer on it. Okay, and instead of doing a boring, let me tell you what makeup I use, you can watch my other video that I have linked at the top if you want me to go through all the products that I use. But basically in this video, I will be basically just talking about my whole situation of why I haven't been posting as many videos back to back like I usually do. So basically I was in the process of moving, and I thought that I was about to move out of my apartment, but lo and behold, they didn't do 30-day notices. This particular apartment did the 60-day notice. So you had to give them 2 months in advance of when you were planning to move out. Well, thank God by the time I went to go pay my rent, I still had a month, and then I would have to pay another month's rent. So if I wouldn't have had the money to pay another month's rent, I would have been looking like really stupid. So I talked to the lady from the other apartments that I was about to move into to let her know that I would have to wait a whole nother month before I could move into those apartments. So I end up staying at the apartments that you see right now where I'm doing my makeup at for a whole nother month because I had to give them a 2-month notice. Whack. So after that whole situation, so finally comes time to move. I had literally 2 days to move all of my stuff from this apartment all the way across town to another location, which was 30 minutes away. So moved all of our stuff into the other apartment. So let me tell y'all about this apartment. First of all, I get to the apartment, and I don't know how, but whenever I went to view the apartment, which I didn't view it before I moved in, I didn't view it before I signed the lease. So I definitely should have viewed the exact apartment I was gonna be in. But again, I had wanted to move in these apartments probably 2-3 months prior to me actually moving. So I didn't even think about going to check it out after the fact. So I'll go. We're finally in the apartment, and you guys, first of all, it was right by a train track. So literally the track came, I want to say every couple of hours, and then it would blow, they would blow the horn. It was so loud. So that was already a no. The apartment was not ready, y'all. The sink in the bathroom, whenever you went to wash your hands and you lift the faucet up to turn the water on, the entire thing just came up. It wasn't even grounded down. So they hadn't finished doing the apartment. I don't know what was going on. The floorboards were not all the way down to the floor. So you could definitely see the cracks between where the floor was supposed to meet the floorboard, which pretty much prevents bugs from getting into your apartments. So it was kind of like spiders in certain places and stuff, which I really didn't mind too much because I'm well, the apartment seems like it may have been vacant. So, it will be a couple spiders. I'll just get some bug spray and, get rid of them. So that was already semi-strike two. The door to the vent, or the cover to the vent that was in the hallway was not there. It was gone. So you literally could see the whole AC system, the whole duct system. So that was already a big no. the closet in one of the bedrooms basically didn't work. Like it was supposed to be a slide closet or a sliding door. The door was broken. The cover to the AC and his tools, the maintenance guy's tools, were still in the closet. One of the doorknobs on one of the closets was broken. I know y'all are probably thinking like, what the heck, did she move into the ghetto? No, it was not the ghetto. I guess they had to like fire one of the maintenance guys, and the other one was on vacation. But at this point, I'm just kind of like, what's going on with this apartment? I don't want to pay rent and my apartment's not ready, because if I pay rent, then they're just gonna be like, oh, whatever, and like not fix any of the issues. Yeah, the worst part that finally was my breaking point of me just saying I don't want to stay at this apartment anymore was the night that, first of all, the AC, I guess, was just not working. I don't know what was going on, because whenever we shut the door to the bedroom, it was super hot. We literally had to put the AC on 69, and I can't even go below 74. But we had to put it on 69 just for the room to be cold. Now, the whole entire apartment was freezing besides that one room. So that was like a big no-no. I tried to go to the bathroom, and when I turned on the light, it was a freaking scorpion on the floor by the toilet. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't do bugs. Like, I already don't do spiders. I don't like wasps. I don't like bees. So a freaking scorpion, I was like, oh no, like, I can't stay here. Like, after that, I was so terrified to use the restroom, you guys. Like, you can't call a place home if you're afraid to use the bathroom. So went out, got bug spray. We sprayed the house down, but I was just over it at that point. Like, I was just like, it's too many issues already. We've only been living at that time in the apartment for about 2-3 days. So I was like, we already have all these issues. Like, I don't want to stay here. So thankfully we went, talked to, the management, and the lady pretty much said that we didn't have to stay at those apartments anymore and that it was fine for us to break the lease. We just wouldn't get our deposit back. I didn't really care. So basically after that, I was pretty much like homeless for a day. So I did like so much researching, and I was already researching, like trying to find somewhere else to stay, because I was just like, I can't live here. So with the grace of God, end up getting like a really nice duplex. Like, it's super nice. They're pretty much brand new, and signed the lease for it and was able to move in within like a day or two after moving out the other apartment. So at that point, I was so tired of moving. Like, literally, I had moved twice in probably a week. New apartment, or the new place that I'm staying now, the duplex, was again 30 minutes from that apartment. So it was another 30 minutes of moving. But yeah, so technically, you guys, I was homeless for a day. Thank God I had family, So my aunt basically let me stay there for a couple days, or actually a night, and then we ended up moving into the duplex the next day. So shout out to my aunt. So yeah, that was my horrible moving situation that I had going on. I know you guys may have had something similar or something worse. If you have, please comment down below and tell me about the time that you tried to move from place to place and it just did not go as planned, or you thought it wasn't gonna go as planned and then something great happened. Either or, I would love to read about them and hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, so now I'm like making sure that I really, really read through leases that I sign and check out the apartment before I move in, like the exact apartment. Because you know how apartments try to get you with showing you the model home, and then as soon as you move in, it is completely different. And I'm one of those people who likes a really clean place, so it's just not happening with me. If the place is like not clean or just looks super dirty and just like it hasn't been cleaned or taken care of. But yeah, if I have to pay money for it, then I want it to be up to par. That's how I was homeless for about a day and a half. But anywho, back to the makeup. So with this look, I wanted to go with a orangish red, like a fiery type look. So that's the colors that I chose to go with. And then on the bottom, I wanted to change things up and make it a tad bit brighter. Lime green color. And I thought this color was pretty. Yeah, and I'll also put the palette that I'm using. I still haven't purchased any other palettes, so it's a palette that you've seen. I'm trying to mix it up and like do as many different styles as I can with the palettes that I have, and then look up more things. But I know for sure I want to get a palette that has blue and lighter colors, so maybe like neon colors or pastel colors or something. But yeah, I definitely want to get a lot better at doing different styles and knowing what type of makeup styles that I like before I just go out and start buying things. I'm trying to not spend a lot of money, learn how to save and spend wisely. That is my goal for this year. But anywho, so now I am finally taking off the powder that I had on. And as you guys know, I always use hair glue for my eyelashes. And again, you guys, I love the watercolor method because you can definitely do the watercolor method. Like say if you have somewhere to go, so do the method in probably like maybe 30 minutes. Let the hair sit, do your makeup, take a shower, get dressed, all the stuff that I'm doing now, which doesn't take that long. And then once you're done doing all that stuff, your hair will be finished. You just have to wash it, blow dry it, style it, and you are out the door. And they say girls take a long time anyway, so this is nothing new. So in all, it'll probably be maybe 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, and you're ready to go. So next I have my highlighter. You guys, I don't think I'm ever going to do any makeup tutorial without using the highlighter at the end. I just don't think it's possible. Like if it's me and makeup, it has to be some type of highlighting in there. Now I may use a different highlighter eventually, or I may just use this one until it's completely gone. I don't know. But yes, as you guys know, I love the highlighter. Love it, love it, love it. And now to finish off my look, I'm using a brown lip liner pencil. Actually, I think it's an eyeliner pencil. Sometimes I use my eyeliner pencils for lip liners. I feel like it's the same thing. I use that, and then now I'm using my MAC. The color, I am not sure. I will definitely put that in my description. So if you check out my description, it will have the link and also the name of the color. But again, you guys, I love. I love every time I do my makeup. Honestly, you know, I feel like they've been turning out pretty great. So yes. So now we are done with the makeup, and it is time to wash our hair out, or wash the sealer out of the hair. And I just want you guys to look and see that no color, none at all, is coming off of this wig. Like it's clear water. If you see any color, you're lying. So that's exactly why I wanted to bring this camera like really close. And now if you look at our lace frontal, we did not mess the frontal up at all. It's not stained with the blue. It looks really good. So the got to be glue method really worked that we did in the beginning with the blow dryer. And now look at this hair, y'all. Like it looks so good. Oh, it's so beautiful. And now I'm using the Chi Silk Infusion, and I'm going to put a little bit on my hand and just mix it all through the hair. And make sure you guys are not like me. You take the top off first, peel off the little plastic cap, and then the oil will come out. But yes, so I'm getting the oil and I'm just going to rub it through the hair. And I like to do it while the hair is still wet. So now that the hair is blow dried, I wanted to show you guys how it looked, how it's darker at the bottom and it gets lighter at the top. The sun was kind of shining, so it still looked like a lot lighter than what it was, but the top is a sky blue. But this is how it looks layered. And I decided I wanted to use a wand and just go ahead and curl the hair. Oh, but this hair color, you guys, I'm telling you, it is so pretty. Like I love this hair color. I love wearing this wig. It's just so cute. I just decided that I wanted to curl it, and I will show you guys how it looks and just give you like a little 360 of this wig and these curls. It's just so cute. So yeah, so now that that's all finished, I'm putting on my wig, and I just want to show you guys how I cut my lace frontals. And I didn't really glue it down. I didn't really want to, because I really wasn't going anywhere and I wanted to take it right back off. But I just wanted to show you guys how it looked on me. So I'm just cutting all of the lace off, and then I'll tie it down. And I always like to use a brown type of eyeshadow, or you can use foundation, whatever you like to use. And I just like to put that wherever my part is, and kind of like the front parts of my hair just so it'll blend in more with my skin and give that more realistic and natural look. And as you guys can tell, I was definitely listening to some good songs. I have my own little playlist that I like listening to and really just dancing and enjoying myself. But yes, putting the makeup on at the front, I feel like really helps, especially when you're dealing with the lighter lace. But yes, you guys, this is what the color came out to look like. And it's so pretty. I love this, love this, love this look. And I just tried to send my baby hairs down as much as possible. Again, this is not glued on at all. So yes, for it to not be glued on, it looks really good. And we have the different layers, the ombre going on, the 2 different tones. I really love this look. So you guys definitely should try this look. Comment down below, let me know how it turned out. Pictures, make your own video, whatever colors you use, what are some more good adore colors that definitely look really well together, because I want to make more of these videos for you guys. And also I just love having different color wigs. Like, I want to have a million different color wigs. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all, and stay tuned because I have a pink wig coming up. Bye, loves.